Today is November 12th, 111222. I didn't get to pick this date. You did, and you said, I like the way the numbers make me feel. And I said, Victoria, I don't give a shit. Let's just do it.
We're all a little weird. And life's a little weird. And we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours. We join with them and fall in mutual weirdness. And call it love. There's no doubt Brian's a little weird. His quirkiness, his excitement, and Victoria perfectly reflects that too, with her spontaneity and her excitement for life's little things. They fell in love just blocks from here on Bayou St. John in New Orleans, a city that embraces all of their weirdness.
I'm happy to be here celebrating the two of you guys in the city that you both love so much, and it makes me think about my love for my friend. Some words that come to mind are considerate, caring, creative, generous. Victoria embodies all of that. But you know, Brian's not that bad either.
Vic is the kind of person who truly lights up a room when she walks in it, and chances are she knows at least a dozen people in that room. Throughout our many years of friendship, I often wondered, what kind of partner is such a magical person going to end up with? And then she met Brian.
Brian and I go back 25 years. For the past 25 years, he's been full of shit. He's acted his shoe size, not his age.
Brian is always the life of the party, but only if the party ends before 8 p.m. Brian likes to make a fashion statement, like the time he insisted on wearing jeans on the beach so that the salt in the sand could perfectly distress them. Most recently, there was the time Brian wanted to dress as a toilet to propose to Victoria.
When I met Victoria for the first time, I was like, holy shit. She is the real deal.
Victoria had the ability to bring Brian into a new phase of life.
Beneath his many quirks is his enduring love for Victoria. He truly understands her special brand of magic. He is the yin to her yang, the toilet to her Elvis.
This is a true story. Victoria came over to my parents' home for the first time. My older sister, Stephanie, kind of pulling Victoria off to the side. And I say, this is a moment. I should watch this moment. I should pay attention to this moment. And my sister says, why are you dating him? You're a lot cooler than he is. Of course Victoria's fucking cooler than I am. Like, everyone fucking here knows that.
Victoria and Brian are both those one-of-a-kind people who are so uniquely themselves that it's magic. And it makes so much sense why, even though they're one-of-a-kind, they go so well together.
And what I wanted to say is I want to give all of my life and love to you, Victoria. You're my best friend, and I love you.
Take care of each other.
Dude, you look so fucking good. All right, ready? Yeah.
Victoria,
Vic, Vicky, Tori, V, Gildirty. These are all nicknames that have been given to you by family members, best friends, and loved ones. The reason you have so many names is because you have so many memories with so many people. Everyone looks at you and they think, oh, you know, she paints cute stuff and makes nice earrings for everyone and does all this other great things. But after being with you, I realized that's probably only your fourth or fifth superpower. And your first one is always being able to know what other people are feeling before they even feel it. For someone who sees everyone, I want you to know that I see you. Most people would call this intuition. But on our second date, you told me you were a witch. And said, we'll just go with witchcraft. I still don't know what you mean by that. And I'm not sure why. So I'm sure we have a chicken somewhere behind there we're going to sacrifice. And somehow the rain held off and the sun's coming out as soon as you got here.
Brian, you are my best friend. You are strangely practical, yet admirably flexible in every aspect of our lives. I promise to always be there when you need me and when you think you don't. To fill your days with sunshine and nonsense, to encourage you and help you reach your goals. I will always remember that falling in love with you was so simple, and building a life together has been the best adventure. You were the objective anchor to my hot air balloon brain, but you never deflate my spirit. You taught me how to love a dog, although we know he's just a cat. We keep my grandfather's plant alive because we know I don't want her shit. You show up hours early and most often uninvited, but you somehow make it worth everyone's while. Just doing it for the wow factor, baby. You're my forever idea man and sounding board. You were the #1 sous chef, beads of a triple D, stirrer of all the pots, both literally and figuratively. You are truly one of a kind, and most of all, my whole heart.
My aunt said to me yesterday, Brian, you don't look nervous. And I said, I'm not. This is the easiest decision of my life because loving you is the easiest thing I've ever done.
I tried to fly in Ben Howard to serenade you, but that wasn't in the budget.
It's all right.
So instead, I'll sum up my promise to you in his words. Darling, you're with me, always or will me, only love, always love.
I truly believe their love was written in the stars years ago. Who would have known that where you live now, that back then that you actually would meet Brian, the love of your life, whose soul was drawn back here from your family's stomping grounds in Chalmette.
I'm very thankful that the two of you have found each other, because I see such happiness in the way you look at each other, and I see so much happiness that you bring to others because of the happiness that you bring out of each other.
For those of you who don't know any dualies, this is about the end of our emotional capacity. Pucker up, because B-Duels is coming around, baby. I'm coming around.
I'd like to welcome Brian into my family. Thank you, Brian. I never thought I would see this day.
Thank you so much for taking on Brian as a project for a long, long time.
In closing, I'd like to leave you all with a quote from the cinematic classic Ratatouille, which Vic and Brian watch every Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great. Vic and Brian, you are so great, and I'm so looking forward to having a seat at your table for many years to come.
Don't listen what people tell you about don't go to bed mad, don't eat the last brownie. That's not what it's all about. It's all about that you two, you take care of yourself and you take care of one another.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the first time as husband and wife, Brian and Victoria. You may kiss the bride.
Kiss me again.
There's a hot microphone right here. They can hear what you're saying.